So this is Karen Defler. She's one of our fabulous foster moms at the Georgia SPCA. And believe me, we could not rescue as many dogs as we do every year without our fosters. Karen has been fostering for the Georgia SPCA for about 8 years, and she's going to take us on a little tour and show us where her fosters eat, sleep, play, and live while they're with her.
Like she said, I'm Karen Defler, and this is our home. And we believe we bring the fosters in and we just introduce them to our pack and really let them socialize and learn how to be a dog. Because so many times when they come into the shelters, they're scared and afraid, and a lot of people will think automatically, oh, they're aggressive or they have issues. But it's amazing once you get them outside of that environment, how they change. I've had ones that came in here that were very aggressive, very shy, and just within a couple weeks, they totally change. And knock on wood, I've had them all adopted. So right now I have Ivy, which is our special needs dog. She is learning how to walk again. She had a spinal injury and had to have surgery, and she's doing phenomenal. Most of the fosters usually, some of them just sleep here. I also have some areas in the side room and in the garage, like with crates if they need to be crated. If not, we really try to keep them out so that when they get adopted, because not everybody wants to or likes to crate their dog, even though I would always suggest it when you first get them. But we try to get them to be in a normal home, something that they're familiar with. I also have 2 daughters, Katie and Taylor, that really help socializing them, getting them used to being around kids too. We test them a lot too when they're here. We will, play with them, tug on their ears, tug on their tail, flip them on their back, do things that maybe kids would, just rush right up and do, so that we kind of see what their temperament and what their tolerance is going to be.
So you've got quite a crew here between the dogs that belong to you, the dogs that you're dog sitting for, and your fosters. So how do you feed them? And where do you feed them?
We generally split everybody up, except for if it's a foster and it is having like food aggression. What I do is my guys are used to eating together, and they know their boundaries, like not to come up to the other one's bowl. So we start just by slowly bringing them in, like kind of feeding them here, but one of us will kind of stand guard, and getting them used to that, that there's other people around, other dogs around. And like Peter was a great case. When he first came, he was food aggressive. He was very afraid, very scared of noises. And we just really brought him in and just worked with him. Every time I started feeding him by hand, just letting him get to really trust me. And then as he would eat, I would just put my hand on the bowl. And, so they learn that it's okay. Not everyone's going to, like take their food or hit them in times. He would, he'd freak out over the loud noises. So we started, occasionally I would just put the TV on, like something action or music, kind of turn it up and just let him, be around, drop things as he was standing there. And, he just really learned that it was okay. He didn't have to freak out over everything.
Tell us about this area.
This is the our feeding and our cages that if we need. I love these. These were the best investment we could have bought because they can be sectioned off and separated. We actually had Nellie out here when she had her puppies and had her for almost a year because she didn't do so well with the other dogs. We've got Miss Ivy in her section. and yet the other dogs can still come out and be around her, so they still can socialize with them. This is Cody, my special husky. He loves his crate still to this day. He knows every time we leave, he wants to go and get in there. We just have to watch what we put in there with him because he likes to destroy things. And this is like the food area. We've got everybody's bowl is labeled. I like to, when they're done eating, we wash all the bowls and then put the food back in it, because when it's feeding time, they're ready to eat. So I have to do something to where I can quickly get at it. Then we've got certain canned foods, special foods that like Bridget and Pongo are on, and my good old turnip greens and collard greens that my dogs love. Even if I have ones that are picky eaters, sometimes I'll mix a little bit of that in there, and they just eat.
Karen, you've obviously been doing this for a really long time. Why do you do it?
I basically got into it. Try not to get upset. My brother passed away, and he was really into saving dogs and helping. And after that happened, I really wanted, really wanted to do something to, kind of uphold his memory. That's when we went to the SPCA, found out where they were, and got our first dog, Mary. We fostered her for almost a year.
Wow.
She was a really special needs. She was abused really bad. She had heartworms. We brought her home, and just the work and the love that we put into her, we just felt that like we couldn't change her environment again. We just had to keep her, and our dogs got along with her so well. Over the years, there's been a lot of other special ones that, of course, I always cry when they go. But I feel that, we're doing a really great need and service, because so many are misjudged, or, people just assume that they're vicious, or they've got issues. But with just work and, the loving care, and also teaching our girls that, this is what you have to do for your community. And we just love it. I don't know what I would do now without a dog in my home. So
we love you too.